Hello and welcome to Creative Bar, the second episode. This week we're going to be talking about weird inventions. Probably pointless inventions.
Well, they have a point, it's just maybe not necessary.
That's right, I've got in my iPad here a bunch of inventions that I'm just going to reel off to you, and some of them are hilarious, some of them don't make sense, and we're even going to show you a creative invention that probably people have seen, but I just think is damn right weird. Anyway, what's your first invention? What have you researched this week?
So I've done my research and I've found some cool, unique stuff. Most of it, a lot of it's from Japan. Like I found
Japan, yeah.
A lot of weird stuff comes from
Japan. No offense,
yeah.
But the Japanese are, they're very creative.
You've got your square watermelons and such like, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's unique.
Square watermelons, yeah.
But some of the ones that I've found sort of have a use, like they do have a purpose, although they're a bit quirky. And this one I found I thought was really cool is a can handle. So it's a handle that you put onto a can, so you don't, when you're holding a drink or whatever and your hands get cold. So with this one, It just clips on. You clip it onto the top and the bottom. It doesn't spill. You can just drink and hold it at the same time. So
who is that marketed towards? Like who would buy that?
Students. And I don't know.
Depends which country you're from, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
How hot it is or whatever.
I couldn't find the inventor of this, but I went on Amazon and you can actually buy them for £5.29. And
cheap as chips.
Yeah, they've got a sister product, which is the bottle holder.
Why would you need that?
Because it's a handle, like a grip that you put onto a bottle.
These things just don't make sense.
They don't make sense, but I can see the logic behind them, and you can get both of them for £7.52. So.
Cool. My invention that I found this week that I thought was the weirdest invention of them all was the mobile toilet paper. And this invention is designed so you just have toilet paper on your head, but it's strapped around here like in the picture you're seeing, and you basically just use it whenever. Now, if you're someone who has that chronic cold sort of thing, that people get chronic colds, have you ever heard of this before?
Yeah.
People get chronic colds. That means that the nose just keeps excreting mucus all the time. This would be the best thing, because a packet of Kleenex or whatever isn't going to suffice. You need a heavy duty sort of...
Would you wear a toilet roll on your head?
It depends how bad it was.
Would you genuinely wear a toilet roll on your head?
Right. In Britain and England, I'm not too sure about any other country, but in England we do have this thing called hay fever. And hay fever is like... It's an allergic reaction to the pollen in the air. Yeah. And it makes us get sore eyes, and it makes us get sniffly noses and stuff. So when I come home sometimes, just mucus everywhere. I'm so leaky that I think that I would want one of these, because sometimes I don't want to go to the kitchen all the time just to get another tissue. It'd just be easy just to strap it from my head and just blow it out. So that's my first invention. What's your second one? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is completely ridiculous and probably a bit embarrassing. But this one I've got is also, I guess, a little bit embarrassing. It's a duck-billed dog muzzle. So the picture will come up on the screen. But it could be way cute if your dog doesn't mind that kind of thing, if he or she would like that. But if he doesn't like it, I bet that would be really embarrassing. Just walking around like a duck.
I mean, I think it's one of those things that makes hard dogs, dogs that look scary look a bit less scary,
a bit more less intimidating. But it is a muzzle, so if you've got a dog that's
who invented that?
Barky, well, I went on Amazon, but it's also on Japan trend shopping.
It's Japanese as well. You can trust the Japanese.
The Oppo dog muzzle. So
the Oppo dog muzzle.
Yeah. So
we're not being told, or we're not sponsored by any of these people. We just like them. These things are just very inventive or creative in some way.
But they're really cool. You can get them in small, medium, and large. And
I put one on you.
Pink, yellow, and blue. Thanks. And you can buy them actually for $12.99 plus £5 shipping. So
on Amazon?
Yep.
You get £5 shipping on Amazon? Never heard of that.
It's because it's dollars.
All right, makes sense. My next invention will be the baby mop, if that's what it's called. It says here it's called, it doesn't have one. It just says it's a baby mop. And basically it is like a onesie for a baby that's starting to crawl. So when the baby's in that stage where it's crawling everywhere and you can't get it to stop, you can put this onesie on him, and as you can see in the picture, it's got like a mop end to it. And it'll shine your floor, mop your floor. How practical is that? I thought if I was going to have a baby...
That's so cruel.
It's not cruel at all.
It's cruel. That's even worse than the dog muzzle.
You know, he's a nursery teacher, and I swear they would like not have to clean the floor at all in the baby room if she just had these on the babies. How cool would that be? It would save a lot of time and energy, and plus,
idea.
Like the baby is helping out in the house, which is what the baby needs to do.
Mucky.
Ah, well, it's all right. You know what I mean? I'm going to bring out this other invention. We've got an invention over here, haven't we? This next invention is a really cool one.
Will's favourite thing.
It is my favourite thing. Oh, be careful with it over there. Don't break it. Bring the plate as well. I need the plate. So this next invention is, I don't know what it is, but it's like a what? Hang on, I'll just bring it out here so we can zoom in.
A peeler.
It is like a peeler thing. So in this, hang on, I've got to be careful. This thing here peels apples in a really weird way. So I don't know who invented this. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way either. I haven't done this in so long. I haven't done it in so long. Let's have a look. And you twist it like this, and slowly, you can hear it. Watch this, it's class. Okay, so it's peeling the outside of the apple very badly. I haven't set it. You have to gauge it. And then, what you don't realise happens at the end, it is magnificent. It's making a right mess. Pull it out. Look at that. It's not only cored it, put it in camera, put it in the camera view so everyone sees it in all its glory. Hang on, if I can get it. It has done this. Look at that. It's made into sort of like this weird, spirally, cut right down the middle of the apple.
It's like curly fries, but with apples.
Yeah. Whoever created this is an absolute lunatic. So that is an apple that has been cut in a ridiculous way. And it took me forever to find out how to cut it. I thought that thing was broken. I genuinely thought it was broken.
I'm glad it did. I'm glad it worked.
The next invention that I think is one of my most favourite nostalgic inventions that I think of, that people dispute whether it is an actual invention, but I know...
I would personally say it's not an invention.
It is.
It's just a nice idea.
It's not. It's a pet rock. If you were my age, 21, and you look online when you were smaller and you went on eBay, one of the most fascinating things you saw on there was probably a pet rock. And this pet rock was not just any ordinary pet rock. You weren't really paying for the rock. You were paying for a rock in some hay in a cool box that said pet rock on it, and then a book inside. Now, this pet rock was actually designed by, a guy called Dell. I think it's written here, no, Dell. And the man invented it in 1975, around about then, and it became this huge thing in 1975.
I can imagine the profit margins on selling kids rocks.
Yeah, but it wasn't the rock that people were buying, really. The rock was actually just the joke part of it. And then there was a book inside there, which is like an instruction manual to take care of your pet rock. And in there was just a bunch of fun jokes and gags, puns, and stuff like that. And the guy, Dahl, actually made millions of it. And it only lasted for 6 months, apparently.
I can't imagine why.
But you can still buy them over eBay now. They've significantly reduced in price. And they've still got the same box, the same everything in them. It looks so cool. I'm just looking at the picture here. Look, the pet rock.
Did you have a pet rock?
I haven't had a pet rock. I wanted one when I was little. I did have
one for your birthday.
I did have a pet rock at some point, but I don't think it was as fancy as this one here. But this looks awesome. You see, it's got a little carrying case.
It's got holes in the box so it can breathe.
That is it for Creative Bar this week. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and see you next time.
Next time we'll be talking about creative ways to dominate the world, which will be fun. Ways in which I think will be fun. I hope you enjoyed it. The links to the pet rock are in the description below. Go buy one if you're silly enough to get one. It might be a cool collectible item, which it was back in the day. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.